Hey, welcome back. It's Oye, and we're going to start another daily blog today. Today, we're going to go to the lake. Oh my goodness, yes, we're going to head to the lake. Yes, y'all see my scarecrow in the back? It's to ward off the evil. Yes, that's my stand that I use to do my moon water and stuff. So, yeah. So, today was pretty been eventful already. I spoke to Chnard today, and we had like a real heart to heart, you know what I'm saying? And he understands my views and I understand his views, and that's just where we are. We're at an understanding point that it's okay for this relationship to be over. So I actually convinced him to go live with me. So I'm going to video record it too, so we can have the aspect and put it into the video blog so everybody can understand where we both come from and where we're going with this. It's okay. Like, we're not upset or anything. We just need everybody else to be okay with it, because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We can't change shit about what happened. We just know, like, you're not where I am, I'm not where you are. This is not working. And that's what we know. And to be 100% honest with myself, I'm glad, because he was never going to do it. Never. So I'm trying not to squint my eyes out because it's so much sun out here. I tell you, it's going to be like 87 degrees because tomorrow's supposed to be 93. So, yeah. But I'm going to catch y'all up in a minute. We've been in a marriage for 15 years now. From the first inkling of the marriage, I feel like he wasn't in it. Like, his mental space, like he didn't want to do it. Which was fine, because I've never made that a problem. Because if at any moment he wanted to walk, I was okay with that. Because everything was a lesson, an experience through the whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't have never knew who one another was had we not took a chance to get to know one another.
To be quite honest, I definitely didn't have my head into being married, because number one, I was young, and two, I felt more like I had to do it than me wanted to do it. And now I understand that it has to be a want, and for me, I don't want to be married. You know what I mean? So I choose not to be married, and I choose to be transparent about it.
And I feel like that's okay, because that's who we are now. After going through it, and please remember, for a lot of y'all can try to forget it, but please remember, we got married in the public eye. So a lot of people know who we are. So when we sit here and everyone tells us, oh, y'all just going through a rough patch. No, y'all can't endure all y'all want to endure. All you want to endure. But when you get to your breaking point and you say enough is enough and I choose me, choose yourself for once. Because we always get in this thing where we wrap up ourselves to the point where we have to feel like, oh, everything is good right now, so we good. No, we're not, because there's a lot of underlying problems, a lot of doors that are still open, a lot of chapters that have not been closed. And we have to do that for one another. So in order to do that, we have to do that for ourselves first. Yes, we got kids. Yes, don't get that twisted.
But just like I told you before, I tell everybody the same thing. Like, us having kids has nothing to do with us not being together, because at the end of the day, I gotta take care of my children no matter if we're together or not. And I'd rather be open and honest and say, yo, this ain't for me, this ain't what's up for me. I don't wanna do this.
Y'all, I'd rather him be happy. Like, happy. Happy. I ain't never seen this man smile. Like, rarely. And that's a miserable person if you don't smile. Like, just a little crack. You know what I'm saying? Your cheek, something. Like, you can tell, but now you don't even look the same.
I'm a lot better, definitely, because I don't have that weight or feeling like I have to do something.
Like he's obligated, because he's not. Like, he's not. One thing that I've learned is that I have a very, how do we say this? I have a very mannerism, if you know what I'm saying. So I come across more manly than femaly. And he told me before, a long time ago,
It's just that somebody else had to say it to go make her go, yeah, that's true.
No, I
I'ma say
figured it out
whatever.
for myself. I figured it out for myself because I said, let me soften myself up a little bit because I come across a little hard. And then somebody said something. So it didn't take for this somebody else to say something. I had already dawned on it myself. But I let him believe what he believes.
And you can see in this very moment why I'm okay with this whole situation.
Whatever that means.
But go ahead.
Any hootin' tootin' bootins. We are just expressing. Thanks for walking through my camera. We're just expressing our views on going after the things that you want in life and not allowing uh, the things that we thought we wanted to take over us because of skewed views. And I say skewed views because it's always somebody that's going to tell you what you're doing ain't right. But who are you to tell me what I'm doing ain't right? Who said what I'm doing ain't right? Oh, because I need somebody's validation? I don't. We are all too often getting into relationships we don't want to be in. We sitting up here, oh, I got kids. Yeah, you gonna have kids tomorrow and then years after that. Okay, so what's the excuse after that? Because at some point the relationship's still dead. And that's where we gotta figure out. If you're not feeling satisfied, happy, you feel like somebody talking down to you, you feel like the person is toxic, any of that sort, you're not in the right relationship. You're not going after what you want in life. You're going after what people feel like you should have.
And most of all, you know when you're in the right relationship because nobody should have to beg you to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that's a given. You ain't gonna cut me off on this one. That's something that's a given. If you was just get ready to do it, you ain't about to do it this time. That's a given. You should never have to beg anybody to do anything. And you know when a relationship is good for you because you naturally want to do that stuff. And for me, just being honest, I didn't want to do certain things. Like, I just didn't want to do it because I always felt that I was underappreciated. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to go forward with the relationship. And though Toya say, you know, I did appreciate you, but it was about how I felt. I felt unappreciated by her a lot of times. And it wasn't even so much her, it was me. I don't want to do it. Like, this is not something that's in my heart of hearts to do. I want to do other things. This ain't one of them. I don't think that Toya's a bad person, but in the same token, you gotta know what's for you and what's not for you. And this situation ain't for me. It was never really for me, just to be honest. Like,
It was to him, and yeah, I did just cut him off during that one. To him, it was imposed on him as something that he thought he had to do. Now, me, I'm like, oh shit, I ain't never been married. I don't know too many married people. Why not go for the experience? Because like I said, I've never been married, so I wouldn't know. I didn't know what the steps was, or that you had to get married if you was in a relationship, or if you were having a baby. Like,
you don't have to.
you don't. Like, let's clear this. You don't have to get in a relationship because you're pregnant. You don't have to get in a relationship because you don't have to be in a relationship because you have children.
You're not
You
obligated to
You
nobody.
know who you are obligated to? Yourself and those children.
That's it.
That's it.
No obligation to another person.
Like, not to another human being. That's absolutely not. Not to a well-bodied human being. Now, if you, I feel like I found my purpose. You know what I'm saying? You make my life everything. Oh, I'm. Please go ahead on. I love your life. I love love. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. But if you get to that moment in that relationship and you feel like shit just ain't right, ain't no need for you to be there.
No point in putting each other to that.
That mental, it's mental, emotional, physical, it's everything, because you sitting up there and you're allowing yourself to go through it without telling yourself stop.
And you gonna die in this world. You know what I'm saying, by yourself.
Period.
So having this thing with another person, like, it's not a must. At the end of the day, all you have is yourself. You gotta deal with everything that you have to deal with in your mental space. So you might as well have a clear mental space by doing exactly whatever it is that you want to do. You know, I don't want to do this, so I'm not going to do this. Like, we have our reasons for it, and I don't honestly care to tell anybody, but it ain't something that I want to do. I love my kids. I respect her, and I'm going to continue to love them. I'm going to continue to respect her, and she knows that I got her back, especially when it comes to them. You know what I mean? And I got her back, period, because she was my friend before we were in a relationship.
Hey man, we was friends, y'all. For all y'all don't know, we were friends first. First. And just because the relationship part didn't work out don't mean we can't be friends now, because something we must realize, we still have kids together. So we still have to provide a lifestyle for these children, because that's what their future. Now, the hard part, like he said, told me earlier, was that he can't deal with me.
It's not that I can't, I don't want to, so I don't have to anymore.
Right, he don't have to anymore, and, which is true. He does not have to anymore. Like, that's 100% true. But we tolerate each other, and this is just the growing times, because it'll come to a point where we could be in the same space and he won't get off.
I don't know, like, I kind of been waiting for that time, and I've been with you for 16 years.
Dude.
And you, like, annoy the hell out of me. So at some point, I just gotta go, maybe I'll just deal with her annoying me and be okay with it. Because actually, I am okay with it, but now it's just like I don't have to deal with it, and I don't care about saying that I don't want to deal with it.
Which is fine. But yeah, so it is perfectly fine, y'all. Like, we really did this for my YouTube page, because we actually took the time out to come to the lake and spend it with the kids, so we don't want to take up too much time. And plus, you know, he got things to say, but you are more than welcome to message me, comment, do whatever you need to do, express yourself, tell me what you think. Like, in this thing, during this pandemic, let me say that, during this pandemic, we spent a lot of solitude together. The beginning half of it we spent together, and the ending half of it we spent apart. Okay, the beginning half of it we were in Georgia, and we were forced to be together, so we had to work through our problems being together. The ending half of it, we were back here in Ohio. Yes, we are from Ohio, but we both have different purposes somewhere else. And I understand that. Just like I tell them all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to accept you either way it go. You're the father of my children. I would be wrong if I ever turned you away, because that would be wrong, because I would never want to see my kid's father down. I would rather see him up and with the kids than down and without him. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing that so many people don't get. Like, just because the relationship ended, that's one part of it. Like, you got kids, and most of all, if I'm winning, I want to see her winning, because my kids deserve to see their mother win. So why would I not want to support that? Why would I not want her to win, and why would she not want to see me win? Too many times, especially as black people, we go through, oh, well, we gotta hate them because we're not with them. No, we got an obligation to take care of our kids and raise them correctly with two parents.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to do that no matter what the situation is. So
I mean, even if we had to do this in our younger years, and there were other significant others, we still would have had to figure out how to deal with them. Wait, I would have had to learn how to deal with your chick. She would have had to learn how to deal with me. You would have had to learn how to deal with my dude. You have to learn what if they had kids? This is a really...
I mean, but this is all stuff that can still happen. Honestly, I want us to get to a point where it's like, Toya got a dude and he got kids. Cool. I got a girl, she got kids. Cool.
Now we just got this mega family.
We just got this good family, and we all good. Trust me, I want to see her happy.
I want to see him happy.
She deserves happiness. So
he does, because he's had too much strife and hardship in life, and I feel like he needs to be happy to make himself happy. Like, I felt like he needed to let go to be happy. And when the opportunity presented itself, y'all, like, I swear, it was days where he was like, man, I want my family back. And I'm like, no. I stood there. And this is his 10 toes down. Yes, because I'm going to bridge the gap where we are broken at. And I'm not going to allow us to continue to be broken. So when those moments, like, don't get me wrong, like I said, in the beginning, there were moments where I'm like, I don't know if this is exactly what I want to do. I have a comfort zone. But now in life, I'm about taking risks. You know what I'm saying? And I need to step outside that comfort zone, because I've done the same thing for 17 years. He say 16, I say 17, but I've done the same thing for 17 years, because we're actually living in the moment now. So to me, it's 17.
And say, for sure, but it's just like, at first it was like, yeah, I want my family back, but it was the thing, like, I was staying here because I had kids and I felt like I had to do it. But now we still a family. It's just not one where
it's a husband and wife.
Yeah, I don't want to be a. I don't want to
Right.
be a husband.
We still have a relationship together. It's our parentship. Okay. We just don't have a marriage anymore. Okay.
That's cool.
That's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and end out this vlog today. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get you guys updated. I did share some tears because I'm human and I'm actually going through some shit, and I'm trying to adjust to shit, deal with shit, and accept shit. So yeah, it's a lot of shit going on.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Memory lane isn't that too far away from our hearts, yeah, yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby, yeah. We should breathe slow, we should breathe slow, we should breathe slow. We should breathe slow, we should breathe slow, we should breathe slow. We should breathe slow, we should breathe slow, we should breathe slow. We should breathe slow, breathe slow.
This is cool. You hit with a face Should you vlog? I want to be a vlogger.